I did see Kylie last night at the
Golden
Golden
Globes.
Globes. next to
Kylie
Timothée
looks
Chalamet.
so.
She did.
She
She
does.
looked
She looked great.
amazing.
That girl, I love her, and her and Timothy are so happy.
Yeah,
I know. It's
have you
sweet.
guys seen?
I didn't see it
the
yet.
movie.
No.
No,
with
I
Timothée
haven't.
Chalamet?
I want to see it.
I'm gonna be
though.
honest with you. If you've read Catcher in the Rye, that's what this movie is, and it's just on steroids or
You liked it?
other illicit substances. No, I did not like it. At
Really?
all. I thought Catcher in the Rye was bad, and I thought Marty Supreme was bad.
Really?
I thought it was completely pointless.
I've never usually you're like I can see how this artistically really.
I
you
think it's a
hate it.
hype movie. This will not stand the test of time. And I know that's going to make me really unpopular. But I will tell you, Timothy is unbelievable
Yeah, you love
in it.
him as an actor.
Tyler,
yeah.
the creator, is unbelievable in it. Who else is in it that's that you guys would, or that anybody would know? They do a great job acting it. So it's not like it's poorly done.
Fran Drescher's in it.
Fran Drescher's in it, and she's actually
What?
great. She's his very overbearing Jewish mother. Because he's a Jewish guy in New York in the 50s. And Kevin O'Leary is in it as a rich guy.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow's in it. Kevin O'Leary is actually pretty good in
I
it.
heard people booed it at a lot of when
Well,
they
yeah,
came out.
'cause
Yeah.
he does things publicly. You go, ooh. But it's well acted. Story is well shot. It's well crafted. But then it just sort of ends. And so I think there's this, and there was another one with Rose Byrne, and she won an award too at the Golden Globes. Where the guys that are the directors of it are all that's their style. It's this chaos, never let you let up sort of movie where there's always something happening.
Yeah.
Which is good for our generation because we're the generation that consumes things in 10 to 15
The
seconds.
attention span,
Yeah.
brutal. Yeah.
And this movie is one of those. There's no there's no relenting the entire
But sometimes
time.
that makes me feel that I don't like those things. It makes me feel crazy.
Yeah,
it makes
it's
me feel
chaos.
frantic.
It's chaos.
I also so I wanted. This is a little bit of a sidebar, but one of the actors in it because I want to see it. Odessa Ozion.
Oh, she's great.
She's fantastic, and I didn't realize whose kid she is. Pamela. What is it? Pamela Odon. Pamela Adon, who you would recognize her face. She was in. She was the voice of Bobby Hill, randomly enough, on King of the Hill. But she was also in.
She was the voice of Bobby
My
Hill.
God, hang on. Why am I? It was a huge show. Californication. Thank you. She was like the main actor in Californication. And when I saw them side by side, I was like, oh my God. Because she has a very distinct voice, and so does Odessa. And it's kind of like raspy and sexy and cool. But like when I saw it, I was like, oh, she just looks like a younger version of her.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's not, she probably is a Nepo baby, but everybody's so connected.
I had to tell you, she also does a great job.
She's blowing
there's
up.
not a
Yeah.
part of this movie that isn't well acted.
Yeah.
Not well shot or whatever. I just think the story was lacking. And that's just my opinion on it.
Interesting.
And I know movie buffs are loving this movie. So they're going to look at me and go, okay, you like Transformers. Why don't you shut up? And they're probably right. But I just think once it just sort of stops.
But here's my why, and maybe I missed it, but I've talked to a couple of other people. There wasn't a lot of runway with press for it. Like it
No, it
didn't
wasn't.
have a lot of, and usually with something with that big of a cast.
I mean,
I
I did
like-
do a lot of press, but I feel like it was very close to the release date.
Yes,
It was,
yeah.
It was.
There wasn't a lot of like, oh my God, this movie is coming out and like a
Yeah.
year ago.
That's because
yeah.
I think it's because it's done by A24, which is a production house that
Oh, I
is
love
rising.
A24, yeah.
But they do very specific,
Yeah.
darker sort of movies, a little edgier. I don't think they get the money. I don't think
I
they get the
think
same
they
money
absolutely do.
No, I don't think they're the same money as like the like Disney can put behind Marvel or something.
A24?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, not quite to that level.
Listen, I'll watch Midsummer more then if I need to.
That's right. They did that one. It was a good one. Now,
I love that.
we had a little drama to start the show. Okay, we did a little quick movie thing.
I got a lot of tabs open in my mind and literally on my computer. You're blowing my mind today.
So I got this is something my wife found. I have to give her full credit on this. And it's a New York Times article. The first meme of 2026 is about not explaining yourself and buttons. This story, when I read this story, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I love this. I love this story. So there's a TikToker who goes by the name, and I'm reading directly from the article, okay?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a TikToker.
Read the article.
Goes by Tamara, who is marking 2026 using 365 buttons. Okay? How is Tamara doing that exactly? No one is sure. That's the whole point. So the
Hang on,
article,
Adam, this sounds like serpent tongue. What are you talking about?
The slightly confounding practice was introduced to the world this month when Tamara, who did not respond to an interview request with the New York Times, posted a comment on a TikTok video explaining that the buttons were a way of being more conscious about the passage of time. So she's got
I don't understand. What?
She's got 2 jars. There's 365 buttons. Every day she's going to put a button one jar to the next. And people are like, when other users followed up with questions for her, wondering what they were supposed to do with their buttons, Tamara rebuffed them. Hey, so it actually only makes sense for me to do it, and I don't feel like explaining it to anyone else.
So wait, because I feel like I'm stupid,
Yeah.
but everyone does with this.
Yes.
Like, am I not supposed to
Everybody
understand this?
feels stupid.
Okay, this is when, you know what? This is when I say log off, touch grass. I got to get out of here.
Yeah,
I got to get out. And I know it's marshy out there, but I will go touch grass right now. Get me off the goddamn internet. Sorry,
So-
excuse my language.
Tamara's retort and her unwillingness to explain further quickly became an if you know, you know joke that's has spread quickly, thanks partly to the fact that no clarity was given about how the buttons might soften the unstoppable march of time. So this is where it gets even better.
Adam, don't do this.
The TikTok account for the NFL's Philadelphia Eagles posted a video with a bucket full of team buttons saying, "All right, Tamara, now what?" Then the
Smart brand
account for
play.
the Empire State Building declared the new motto for the year. Hey, so it actually only makes sense to me for me to do it, and I don't feel like explaining it to anyone else.
And also, hang on. I'm sorry. The Empire State Building has a social account.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a very
I
funny
didn't know
account.
that.
It's a big account.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that
they
they
were
had
one of the ones that had.
I love a good random
JoJo Siwa on when the karma's a bitch.
Yep. Oh,
She,
I know.
yeah, they brought her in and like did a bunch of TikToks with her on that account. And so everybody wants to
Why
know.
do you know so much JoJo news?
Everybody wants to
Adam
know what
loves
this
lesbians.
buttons mean, but it's my favorite. This is my favorite thing. I love this sentence. Hey, so it actually only makes sense to me for me to do it, and I don't feel like explaining it to anybody else. And I thought, you know what? That's a pretty good mantra. Like, as funny as it is that the Philadelphia Eagles and the Empire State Building are like, all right, tomorrow, let's go. I kind of like that. It's like, we do have in our TikTok era this feeling like we got to explain everything that we do to everybody that we know because everything you do and put online is criticized.
Yeah.
Right? And she kind of goes, you know what? This
Yeah.
makes sense to me and I'm not really interested in explaining to you. I'm like, you know what? I respect the hell out of that.
I think that, I mean, I do agree. Like and I feel like I'm leaning more into my 2026 version of like, I
Give it to me.
don't care what other people think. Unless I love you and you love me and I want to be very intentional about my circle, I don't care.
Mhm.
And I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to over explain anything. And I'm just going to mind my business and keep putting out content. However, that's the kind of stuff where you're like, I'm like, that doesn't feel authentic. That's mean. That's like,
Do you think that's me?
I don't like it. It's weird.
Really?
It's like if you were like making content that feels good for you, and then people are like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, I don't need to explain this to you. That makes sense.
That's essentially what she's saying.
but that's content that is confusing just to be confusing and then to confuse people. It's not just like, Steph and I are doing a dance and we don't care what the haters think. It's like these buttons are representing, and everyone's like, no, but I'd love you to explain further. And she's like, and I won't.
She's rage baiting.
That's
Oh,
exactly
you think-
what it is.
do you think that's what it is?
It could be. But also, like, everybody on TikTok, doesn't matter what you post, will come and be like, can you explain this, this, and this? And maybe she's just like, no, I'm just posting and that's it.
Watch or don't.
Yeah.
Which I think is, again, the right attitude to have. Watch it or don't watch it.
I was accused of food waste.
No.
I was accused of food waste when I took a mayonnaise bath a couple of years ago. When I
They're
did that,
aware that mayonnaise has little nutritional value.
yes, and I'm pretty sure it was expired. And I had 4 liters of mayonnaise that TJ sent me to a warehouse in Etobicoke, our old co-host, to go get it. And I took a bath in it and I made a video and it had a lot of views. And a lot of people liked it, but people were like, excuse me, like food waster, like, what are you doing? There's children dying in Africa. And I was like, I don't think that they want me to send over expired mayo. I can tell you right now, I am not going to solve like
World hunger.
world hunger or malnourished folks' problems with my old ass mayo from my bathtub. But it's like, it's that kind of stuff. It's like, leave me alone. And you know me, I love to apologize. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to do that less.
No, I think you got to do it less.
You know what my mantra is this year? You better frig right off.
What's is
To
that? Not
everybody-
hers? It's the same thing.
No, she's mean.
You think she's mean?
I don't like her. I think she's rage baiting, and I think
Okay.
Stephanie's right. And you know what I want less of in 2026?
Rage baiting.
No, just people being saucy and dismissive of others' feelings.
Okay, so you want a little bit more feeling.
I
and
want to
empathy?
be, yeah, I want more feeling and empathy. I want less feeling and empathy from me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to put
All
it.
right.
There we go.
Bring the worlds into balance. You're a little too high. The world's a little too low.
Yeah,
right?
my goal is to lead my life like a straight white man, but with swag. That kind of confidence, you know what I mean? Right? Right?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I like
Right.
that.
Yeah, no, I'm not sorry, and I won't over explain to you.
Yeah. No, you're right.
The
You're right.
haters?
No, I like that. You
Yeah.
don't want to tell the haters. Anyway, I just think it's
That pisses
funny
me
that
off,
somebody
Adam.
named Tamara has become was one of the first TikTok memes of 2026.
Will the internet get worse or better this year? Only time will tell.
Yeah, it's a good question. The internet, I feel like, had a bit of a rebound year in some humor spots last year. It actually became a little bit funnier again. I'm not saying it's not bad, but I'm like, there was a couple things that came out, and I was like, you know what? That was pretty good. That feels like 2014, 2015 again. I feel we're getting our groove back.
I feel like we are, and I feel like people are like, it's almost like, you know, people are like, fuck it, the world's gonna end. So it's like everyone's kind of being like,
just out there with it.
You just having fun sometimes on the internet again,
I know.
which is nice. Yeah.
It's nice.
It's nice, or it's incredibly dark. But no,
Yeah.
like last year, heated rivalry brought us all together, especially at the end of the year. And people are at least being a little bit nicer to each other.
They
I think.
are.
Yeah.
They are.